There we go. This is September 10th, 2023, the 6-year anniversary of the Revelation 12 signs, or the 6-year anniversary of when all this stuff started happening to me. So we'll let that run for a minute while a few people get into the chat room. Make a few adjustments here. Let you guys watch this loop play. Look at this strange triangle-shaped object that almost looks like a pyramid. There's a few people in there now. Okay, howdy folks, welcome back. This is September 10th, 2023. Like I said, that's the 6-year anniversary of when this all started happening to me. This is September 10th was a day that my life changed drastically, and we'll get into that here in a little bit. But first I wanted to show you, I was expecting something big coming off the sun today because I know the importance of this day and the signs, and sure enough, we got something, and we'll go through it frame by frame here, and then we'll do our solar report and get into the Revelation 12 thing. Okay, so first let's pause it right about here. Over on the red side here, where's my pointer? You can see this dark patch right here. Okay, this is one of the main objects. But as it comes out, it makes this weird triangle type structure here. We're gonna find one of these good frames here and zoom in on what I'm talking about here. Alright, so here's one of them. Is this frame 100? Yeah, this is it. Alright, so let's zoom in on it. Let's go one more. And pull it over. Can you see this triangle type shape structure with what appears to be an eye in the middle of it right here? Okay. And this thing changes in proportion and dimension as it goes by. It's the oddest thing, but it actually makes a face on the front right here too. I don't know if you can see this, but it looks kind of kind of satanic here. Boom, boom, two things going off like that and a point coming down. Looks like it has a satanic face on the front of it or something. I'll let you guys come over here to this instrument and peek around. There's a lot more going on in this frame that I pretty much just don't want to report on and tell you about. But here's a good frame to start with and to look at. And you can see that there's this double triangle type shape object with an inner triangle with what looks like to be almost an eye in it. Let's go in a little bit tighter here. Let me scoot this over a little bit better there. We went in too tight. There it is. Okay, and this is after all we've had these crucifixes coming out of the sun, giant eyes. Now we have this on September 10th, the 6-year anniversary of when all this stuff started happening to me. Okay, so let's back out of this here. Let's see if we can. Oops, I want to try to I want to try to access the instrument and be able to still stay halfway zoomed in on it. No, we can't. Alright, bear with me here. Let's just get all the way down to it. Okay, slide this in. Get as much of the screen as we can. And then I can use these buttons here. Alright, so here you can see our triangle shape event, whatever, craft, whatever. Let's see if I can go forward a frame here. And it stays there for a minute. Or that structure is there starting from here. You can make out the round circle in the middle, and then there's a triangle right here around it. Like I said, come over here to this instrument and play around with it. But then the triangle changes to another triangle right behind it. It's just fascinating stuff. There are multiple dimensions and multiple triangle. And then when you put it into motion, it looks like one big, it looks like one big pyramid skirting by the sun. And when you stand across the room and look at it from another dimension, about 10 steps back, it looks like Darth Vader's mask. And let me just kind of see if I can point out a little bit of that for you. Like I said, you'll have to come over here and mess with it, but where was the one frame here? These black streaks coming out would be like the two little points of his mask. You can see this little line going across right here. There's a white triangle right where the mouthpiece would be. There's a little dark eye right there. It almost looks like Darth Vader's mask, and especially over on this red side, I don't think it'll do it justice here. But quite interesting stuff going on here, especially on the anniversary of when the dragon showed up for Revelation 12. Alright, so there's that. Let's just really quick, I have these still up here. I think this was the big eye that went by. Oh, that one we never got to go step by step through, so let's get it just right. And this is back on the 5th. Alright, you can see this black round object right there is the object. Let me back it up a few frames. Alright, first, here's your event. Oh, sorry about that. Then, you can see the object. Boom. There it is, nice and clear. And then it moves up to this eye, or whatever, which has shown up in the clouds and produced a nocturnal thunderstorm that went into the midnight hours, so that was quite interesting. Then we also had this event here with the cross coming out. I believe it's this one. I had this freeze framed. No, it's before that one. There it is. Okay, now you can see this cross shape right here. Okay, now if this isn't a crucifix, I don't know what it is. Turn your head, it might be a big X-shaped type ship or whatever, but it's definitely there, and it caused this eruption. There were a couple of crucifixes right before this that flew out that were a little smaller, so when I see that, that tells me this is another biblical sign right here. And this is all within the time frame here, September, this 6-year anniversary, okay? All And then we have this event today. Whoops, where'd that go now? All right, well, we had the pyramid type thing from today right here. So a lot of activity going on in the sun, a lot of energy headed our way, a lot of spiritual entities and who knows what headed here now. Then let's move on here to our... Yeah, we had a crazy storm yesterday. Yep, I bet you everybody's having crazy storms because these things are influencing our weather. Here's today's activity right here, and since we haven't even seen tomorrow's yet, we have this big spike and everything already, so something significant happening already on 9/11, which while we're talking about that, we need to all prepare for tomorrow. No telling what could happen. And I showed you what came off the sun on the 8th. That was the crucifixes and stuff. And if it takes 3 days to get here, that would put it here on 9/11. And that will be tomorrow. So just be very careful tomorrow what you do, okay? So we've already had this activity starting in on 9/11 here. I'll have to take a little peek at that here later, see if we can pull some of that up. Other than that, there's a little bit of absorption. Pull it over. Let's look at our auroras real quick. Not too bad over north, not too bad over the south. Okay. I'm just kind of moving through this because we got a lot to cover tonight. Let's see, I'm losing some of you guys already, but that's okay. You can come back and watch it later. All right, here's this shock wave still going away from the... This still looks like old data, so not much to see there. Let's come over to the Schumann here real quick. This was looking good. Wherever it went. Come on now. I had all this stuff set up. Where is my cylinder? It was just there. Now it won't let me click on this link that they left there too. Anyways, when I was looking at it, it was nice and green. There was no spikes, nothing to really report on the Schumann anyway. So let's move on over here to our earthquakes. We've had a couple deep, or one deep one here at Fiji. Here's our deep one for the day, a 4.6 at a depth of 516. Okay, here's a halfway deep one, a 4.1 at 252. So boom, we've had a couple of, one deep quake at least, a little bit of energy being scrubbed off down here. It's 5.3. Let's come over here. Just small quake activity here. Come on now. Not much to report on there. Let me pull back. South of Japan here, we got some activity. There's a 4.4 to depth of 10, and what's this one? A 5.3 to depth of 10. So some energy has come up here towards Japan. It's rattling this area. Not too bad. 5.3 is the biggest, so kind of went across, jumped across over here. We have a new quake right here. This is just north of where I am. Here in the Sierras, just southwest of Quincy, California, a 2.6. That's not too bad. Okay, so little ones up here, probably Yellowstone has one, 2.6. 3.3 here in Colorado, 2.6 down in California, and a 3, what was this other one? A 3.0 in California as well. This 2.5 in New Mexico. So just a little bit of activity going on here in America, but nothing, mid-2 range. Okay, so nothing too exciting going on as far as earthquakes. Here's one over in Iraq. This 4.7 at a depth of 10. And nothing on Africa today. So that's about it. Down here we have this down at the Sandwich Islands. There's some 5.1 energy being scrubbed off down here at this focal point. That's good. It's far away from people, so that's all looking good. Let's come over here to our forecast real quick. Try to march through this real fast, and then we'll get on to the Revelation 12 spiritual stuff, the 6-year anniversary. And when all this started happening to me, I never dreamed I would be at this juncture now. Are we having issues? What's going on here? I want the forecast. Had it pulled up just a minute ago. Well, let's refresh it. There we go. Alright. So we'll let the loop play here real quick. Boom, boom, boom. Now, this is showing this hurricane just clipping Maine now. So the trajectory on that has changed a little bit. And it's the second one that I'm concerned about. Boom, because it makes landfall right at the end of convection. So, now let's stop there, back up just a little bit. Okay, current conditions, some thunderstorm activity over the east of the Rockies here, starting to go into Kansas and Oklahoma, okay? And we have added energy to all this now, so it's still around in the nighttime, no, in the morning of the 11th. There's the noontime of the 11th, the end of convection on the 11th, and right here, this whole pocket will probably be a little more intense than what they're showing. We might have some tornado outbreak here tomorrow, so just keep your head on a swivel. All right, we got this storm down here too, but then we go into the nighttime of the 11th, and this still blossoms here in Texas, okay? So I'd watch out for nocturnal tornadoes possible there. Whoops, wrong one. All right, now we're into the morning of the 12th, noontime the 12th, the end of convection the 12th. All right, this is wrapping up over here. I'd watch this area as well. Then we go into the nighttime hours of the 12th, little pop-up down here by New Mexico, Texas border right there. Now we're into the morning of the 13th, noontime the 13th, the end of convection the 13th, and nighttime here the 13th. Now it blossoms more at nighttime right here in this Oklahoma, Texas area still, so I'd watch the nighttime of the 13th there. Then it clears out in the morning. That's noontime, the end of convection right there on the 14th. And then still residual thunderstorms at night right around here, Wyoming and Colorado area right there. So watch that area at nighttime on the 14th. Now basically after this is kind of unpredictable, so we're just kind of go through it. Now this thing up here making landfall, let's back up just a tad bit and focus on it. So according to GFS here, about 11 p.m., that's Pacific, so about 2 in the morning, they expect this storm to hit landfall here on Maine and New England. That'll be the morning hours of the 16th, at the noontime of the 16th. There's the end of convection the 16th, so it's really just starting to wind up and hit landfall right at convection. Then it goes up into Maine in the nighttime, dissipates a little bit, heads towards Nova Scotia in the morning of the 17th. Moves on out. Look at this big band of moisture back here on the 17th here at the end of convection. See how it all gels together right here? So I'd watch this event in Georgia, Alabama, Tennessee, possibly. This whole area could be a lot stronger if we have more activity out in the sun, say the 14th, because that'll be 3 days before this. So we all need to pray that this activity on the sun, well, more's coming. We got to hold on tight. So then that's the overnight hours of the 17th, kind of dissipates. There's the morning of the 18th, noon. And the end of convection, the 18th there, still kind of winding up here up in New York, Illinois, or no, Michigan, up in that area. Okay, so boom. Then it moves on out on the noontime. There's the end of convection on the 19th. Everything is kind of cleared up. So the nation's pretty clear for a while there. A little bit coming into the west coast here. Possible thunderstorms there, but that's for me in my neighborhood. Then we have this thing approaching down here. See how big and wide it is? It's starting to, affect Florida here and the coastline. And here it is kind of making landfall at the end of convection on September 22nd now. Skirting the coast. There's the nighttime of the 22nd. There's the morning of the 23rd. It's hitting the very tip here of North Carolina. Boom, right there is the noontime hours. There's the end of convection, the 23rd, and it's really winding up and gaining its strength, just hammering this area right here. So I'll have to watch out for that one. Then it goes more inland. Boom. That's, sorry, let me back up. This is the nighttime of the 23rd. That's the morning of the 24th. Noontime the 24th. The end of convection the 24th. It might be a lot stronger than that at the end of convection, right, than what they're showing there. And it's just taking out all this area right here. So guys on the East Coast, I'd start preparing for this hurricane. Maybe not Lee, but the one after it. All right, then we clear out for a while, and that's about it. So let that run one more time. All right, take a sip off my drink here and get into the spiritual report tonight. Yeah, so watch out for both hurricanes, because this stuff can change at a moment's notice now, especially with the inbound energy and spiritual events and stuff going on right now. So no telling what could happen. But that looks kind of serious right there. So, okay, so that was it, I think, for all those. Oh, wait, let's go to Null School real quick. What do I have here for you? Oh, these hurricanes. If we can get it to refresh. There we go. All right, that's Hurricane Lee right now. And then just behind it is this one. Starts with an H. I can't remember it right now. But this is the second one that's winding up right now that we got to be concerned about. Okay. And here you can see here's Florida. And here they are coming across the Atlantic. Gonna come right up the East Coast. So hold on tight. And you can see this one, I heard Lee changed from a tropical storm to a Category 5 within 24 hours. That's like unheard of. I think it set a record for the the fastest blossoming hurricane, because 24 hours to go from a tropical depression to Cat 5. I'm going to have to look more into that, but I heard that report earlier today and I was like, really? So I think it's back down to a Category 3 or whatever right now, but when it first intensified, I guess it intensified super quick. And if this one can do it, get out of there. A little moth photobombing my live stream here. If this one can wind up and get strong real quick, I bet you this one can too, especially with these inbound objects, energy. Oh boy, we got a lot going on. Okay, and the last time when September 10th, when 2017, there were 2 hurricanes that were out there that slammed into the coast, and here we go again. Okay, it's kind of a repeat of 2017 a little bit. Now, let's get into that 2017 part. Let's just bounce over here now. So all you guys are here for Solar Report. That's over. We're going to get into the Revelation 12 stuff that's been happening to me. And why is this not playing now? I had this all set up too. Nope. Maybe it was the moth.
Boom.
Alright.
Here's our...
Let me zoom this in real quick. Oh, something else I wanted to do. I wanted to tint this out. Something I never thought of doing with this image. And sure enough, you can see it a lot better. So I'm going to tint it out a little bit and then play this video a little bit. Maybe hopefully we'll capture this a little bit better for you. Now, this is Nibiru. This is what was foretold in the Bible, okay? This happened September 10th of 2017. Okay, and God showed me this image right here, and it took me a while to see it, but then all of a sudden I can make out Nibiru here. So, and what I might try to do, well, let's let this video play for a sec.
Our object right here. This looks like Nibiru. It's got a wing coming off on this side and a wing coming off on that side.
Now, here you can't see the wings, so I'm going to tint this out a little bit more for you guys. Because, let me move some things here. Because I just did that a minute ago, which I'd never done with this image, and now you can see the other wing a lot. Everything got out of the way here. Alright, let me tint this back a little bit. And line out of there. All the way down there. Alright, now I think you can see this other wing over on this side coming off a little bit better. Wait, it's falling off my stand here. Alright, well, it didn't work as well as I wanted, but we're going to get back to this video anyways. Now remember, this is 13 days before the Revelation 12 star alignment, okay? Oh, great. Knocked you guys on the floor here. You okay? Alright, let me try this again.
Not all. Because behind that is this. Boom.
Alright, here we go.
Here's our object right here. This looks like Nibiru. It's got a wing coming off on this side and a wing coming off on that side. And that's not all. Because behind that is this big object right here. This is what's causing our flares. Here's a conduit of plasma that is sucking off of our sun. Going into this planet, here's a damage ring or an impact zone on this planet right here. You can see Nibiru sticking out in front of it here. run this backwards. You can see it goes backwards. There's the second flare. Back behind the sun, comes back out. There's the first flare. So the mass of that object is sucking material off of our sun, causing these solar flares. Boom, right there. Goes back behind the sun. Comes back out. Second flare. Third flare. So there.
Okay. So hopefully you guys can see Nibiru right here. It's black stellar core type object. There's plasma actually draping across the front of it right here. It's actually made a complete circuit with the sun, with the negative pole of the sun reaching down and out. The northern pole of the sun reaching out and around. It's completed a circuit. It's like in one of the electrical shells, one of the electrical shell boundaries of the sun right there, and it made a connection, right? And that's all plasma right there. And then right behind it, you can see the much bigger nemesis behind it right there, all right? Now, this happened September 10th, 2017. In the Revelation 12, it says that there was a star alignment. So we're going to go to that star alignment, and we're going to cover that real quick here. Just a quick little brush up on this.
On September 23rd, 2017, the sun, moon, and stars will align to fulfill a 2,000-year-old prophecy. And there appear...
Okay, did you see that? September 23rd, 2017. That's 13 days after this event. Okay? In the Revelation, it says the dragon stood before the woman, in front of the woman. Everybody was expecting a second sign after this event, but it actually happened before this event. Okay? The dragon appeared before the woman. 13 days before her. I'm going to go ahead and play this again real quick, and here's just a little brief synopsis in case some of you don't know about this. This is an actual miracle, revelation, 2,000-year-old prophecy come true. Okay, dig more into this, and you're going to find out the odds of all this happening perfectly is it only happens once. The last time it happened similar was back when Jesus was here. So let's play this.
On September 23rd, 2017, the sun, moon, and stars will align to fulfill a 2,000-year-old prophecy. And there appeared a great wonder in heaven, a woman clothed with the sun, and the moon under her feet, and upon her head a crown of 12 stars. And she, being with child, cried, travailing in birth, and pain to be delivered. And she brought forth a man-child, who was to rule all nations with a rod of iron, and her child was caught up unto God, and to his throne. Before you click off this video, I understand there's been many false predictions, false prophecies over the years. This is different. Bear with me and see. First, you need to understand that God made the sun, moon, and stars, and they all obey his order. By the word of the Lord were the heavens made, and all the host of them by the breath of his mouth. Canst thou bind the sweet influences of Pleiades, or loose the bands of Orion? Canst thou bring forth Mazzaroth in his season? So we see here that God himself says that he moved the constellations. They obey his ordained order. There's many more verses. Please pause the video to see them. They'll also be in the description. Okay, so we have the constellation Virgo clothed with the sun. And then, as you can see here, the moon is under her feet, and above her head is the 9 stars from the constellation Leo, plus the 3 planets that align perfectly. And to fulfill the birth prophecy, you have Jupiter that stays in the womb for 9 months. Absolute precision. Another thing you must realize is this is not astrology. This is the lost knowledge of biblical astronomy. Stick with me, and you'll see. Let's start at the beginning and see what God said.
Alright, so you saw the star alignment here, the Jupiter moving through the belly for 9 months. That's all, this is all foretold 2,000 years ago, okay? And it happened on September 23rd of 2017. 13 days before that, the dragon showed up to devour the child, right? and everybody was saying it was going to be Nibiru, and had all these Nibiru maps and trajectories of these orbits that they thought it came in and stuff. Well, they were darn close, because here it is. It showed up with Nemesis right behind it on September 10th of 2017, 13 days before the Revelation 12 sign. I know this is a sign because God showed this to me, all right? It's a kind of a weird story how he did it, but when I finally saw this image, I understood what was going on, and from then on out, my whole life had changed. I started getting Mary and angels on my security cameras, and I've shown a lot of you guys that stuff. But I just wanted to take you back. It's kind of part of my story here. It was when I first saw this image right here, and man, was I shook. And then I was commanded to warn everybody about it, and boy, that was even harder. And thus started my little career as a YouTuber reporting on this stuff. So that's why I do solar reports and paranormal reports, because of this and what happened back then to me. Okay. And I've shown you Mary and the angels. That happened about 2 weeks after this. And the Revelation 12 baby being born in my garage, that happened about 11 days after this, or after the star alignment, okay? Now, what I'm trying to tell you is this time period right now is very delicate, okay? We just had this on, bring it back here. We just had this on September 10th of 2023, 6 years to the day. Come on, play it. I had all this stuff loaded up so I wouldn't do this. So, all right, here's our event. Boom, we have this happen 6 years to the day. Do you see the triangle shape in it? Here, I'll let it go again here. Yeah, what is that? It looks like a flying pyramid or something like that. That's why I tell you guys, come over here and mess around with this. If you got Zoom on your computer, you can, zoom into it and look around. There's a lot of stuff going on in there that I don't really want to point out too much. But quite the event that we had there on the 6-year anniversary. I knew something was going to happen on this day. So that's what it is, and it's hard to decipher what exactly that is. It takes a lot of looking at it at different angles, different dimensions back, step across the room and then look at it. You see something different. It's yeah. It's the images speak 1,000 words, I guess. So that would arrive on, let's see, this is the 10th. That would arrive on the 13th. Oh, that's what I wanted to say. So in this delicate time period, we have that God eye, the crucifixes coming off the sun, the ship little thing pointing at it, weird ships coming out, and now this on the anniversary. Okay, I have a feeling stuff's getting closer to going down. All right. Oh, that's what I was going to say. So the 23rd is the star alignment, right? So I'm wondering what's going to happen on the 23rd here. Let's go back. No. The 23rd. I'm fast forwarding to the 23rd here. Just bear with me. That's the 23rd right there. the morning of the 23rd, we have this storm bearing down on the coast. This is the anniversary of the star alignment. Boom, boom. Birth pains? Birth pains, anybody? It looks like somebody's going to be experiencing some pains. The whole East Coast there. And that's within the time frame between the 23rd, 24th, and earlier the 25th. So there's midnight, the 22nd. Here's the morning of the 23rd. Noontime. The end of convection right there. It's just really winding up, getting stronger as it hits the coast. Boom. That's at nighttime now. So this might push in some storm surge at nighttime along the coast there. Wow. We'll continue to watch the storm because trajectories could change. And this isn't Lee. This is the one after Storm Lee. Okay. So that's what's coming on the anniversary of the star alignment. Okay. On the anniversary of this was that storm hitting the west coast. Really? Come back here. I gotta play this part again, so.
On September 23rd, 2017, the sun, moon, and stars will align to fulfill a 2,000-year-old prophecy.
When?
On September 23rd, 2017, the sun, moon, and stars will align to fulfill a 2,000-year-old prophecy.
Okay, that was a 2,000-year-old prophecy. This, oops, now come back here. Why does it keep skipping away when I'm only trying to click back to it?
Here's our object right here.
Alright, this is also the prophecy. In the Revelation 12 prophecy, it talks about two signs. There was another sign, a great dragon. Well, it's announced after the woman, but if you read it properly, it says the dragon stood in front of or before the woman. Well, here's the dragon standing in front of the woman 13 days before it. Okay, you guys understand this? Revelation 12 actually is coming true, and it's actually happening to me. Alright, and this is the 6-year anniversary. I was very concerned about this date, and I had a feeling something was going to happen, and that's what happened. We have this huge display on the sun, okay? And we have inbound crucifixes coming that are due tomorrow, the 11th, the anniversary of 9/11. So God works in multiple ways with multiple meanings. There could be double meanings. You know, I just watch out for tomorrow. I pray to God, you know, nothing happens, no terrorists try to copycat or anything like that. But despite that stuff, the spiritual realm is really unleashing now and is due to hit on that day tomorrow. So, and then this is due to 13th. Okay, so we still got a lot of inbound energy, a lot of inbound influence, we'll say, that is influencing the weather and the volcanoes and the earthquakes and all the activity that's happening to this planet, okay? Being influenced by outside sources, okay? And you're seeing them now. These are signs in the sun that we were told to look for. That's why I watch this instrument like a hawk, because there are signs in the sun. Boom, okay? So, everybody just keep praying, hold on tight, keep your faith. I know this stuff looks scary, but we should all be rejoicing, okay? Because this image of Jesus here, let me pull this one up too, that we always close with. I'm going to close with it again. I'm going to continue closing with this one until I get it to you guys'. Come on now. Here we go. Christmas gift. It is a gift. And you guys are free to give this gift to your friends and family to try to save their souls. Alright? You're free to use this image to help your friends and family.
Over a course of about an hour, and I got a lot of pictures of it. See, if we go up above here, you can see all
I
these
just want
pictures.
to freeze frame.
And once you see that image, then we can zoom in just a little bit tighter.
Alright, I just want to freeze it right there while we wrap this up. Now, this can be scary to some people because it indicates the Bible and the end, the times that we're in. To other people, it should bring joy, relief, hope, strength, anointing. It should just bring so much and really, really rich in your life. This is a real image, guys, a real authentic image taken on Easter, all right? This is another 2,000-year-old prophecy come true. I just showed you 3 different prophecies, 2,000 years old, that have come true, okay? Now, take this image, hold on to it with your dearly, hold it close to your heart and hold on to it dearly, because when times change and things get all crazy and stuff, you're going to know for sure, and your faith will be solid as a rock, okay? Because they're going to try to shake your faith, and the shaking's actually going to happen to them. So I just need you guys to understand that this is all real stuff that's happening. I showed you how it tied into prophecy there, the star alignment. Today being the 6-year anniversary, according to the prophecy, I think it's 7 years of tribulation. So that would make it 1 more year from today. But then it also talks about the days being cut short. So I would say you have less than a year. How's that sound? Because this would be, today would be the 1-year anniversary of the other event, but I think it's going to get cut short because somebody's already here. It just hasn't hit the headlines yet. Being hidden. Anyway, yeah, I think that's about it. I just wanted to leave you guys with this and that knowledge. Hopefully you understood how the Revelation 12 star alignment tied in with Nibiru and Nemesis showing up. Okay, that's the dragon foretold of, and it showed up like it was supposed to, and all this spiritual stuff started happening to me ever since that day. And today is my 6-year anniversary, and I'm just thankful I'm still alive after all I've been through. So thankful to be home, and thankful to be able to live stream to my audience here and be able to share some of this vital information with you guys. So that's it for tonight. I love all you guys. I miss all you guys. And let me just kind of read the chat real quick here. Yeah, you guys got some cool little chat going on. I'm not going to read it all out loud. I just kind of reading them to myself to see what you guys are talking about here. See if there were any questions asked. Yeah, Michael says, yes, we all need to pray about tomorrow. Yep. And we could pray for the people in Morocco. They had another aftershock today in the same place. It was like a 4.5 or something. Yeah, the Feast of Tabernacles is coming up. It could be then. We are definitely in the season, if you can tell. Day of Atonement, September 25th and 26th. Yeah, that might be it too. It could happen anytime in this time frame. Okay? So I just gotta continue to bring this to you guys and warn you guys and bring you solar reports and spiritual reports to kind of help uplift you, keep your spirits high. Rejoice, you guys. Victory is real. Okay? We just got to endure a little bit longer here. Alright? Hopefully you can see this image. Jesus with his hair flowing back and a crown hovering over his head. Okay? And that happened on Easter. So, that should speak volumes right there. Alright, well, I think that's it for tonight. I got to get going. I got work in the morning, so I actually got some work now, that's another blessing. So the Lord has delivered me from the desert, from the forest, and now I have a job. So that's pretty cool. All within a matter of a week. So actually, in one day, everything changed in one day. So I was truly delivered. And I was camped out right underneath this mountain right here. Okay? I was at the foot of this mountain. How strange that he put me homeless at the foot of this mountain. And my view was this mountain looking up into the sky over it. So this is my view the whole time I was homeless too. How ironic. Anyways, that's it for tonight. I love you all. God bless you all. I miss you all. And keep your head on a swivel tomorrow. Everybody just be ready, prepared for anything. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm yawning at the end. My bad. Anyways, I love you all. God bless you all. And I'll see you soon. I'll be back. I am back.